Carson Palmer, a name that once echoed with promise in Cincinnati, faced one of the most tumultuous journeys in the NFL. What if I told you that after leaving the Bengals, enduring a challenging stint with the Raiders, he would rise again to find success with the Arizona Cardinals?
You're crazy. I like you, but you're crazy.
From the highs of leading teams to victories, to the lows of career-threatening injuries.
I see him get hit, and he's down, and it doesn't look good. And immediately you're like, that didn't just happen.
And controversial exits.
Bengals owner and GM Mike Brown never wanted to get rid of Carson Palmer. He said, I sat down in a room, and my argument with Carson Palmer was, you're a top quarterback. You've got real productive years in front of you. Remain a Bengal. Carson Palmer said, oh no, man, I'm all beat up. I'll be lucky to play another year or two.
Welcome back to Unlikely Success. Like, comment, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Today, we're going to explore the dramatic and inspiring story of Carson Palmer, a tale of determination, setbacks, and ultimate redemption. Carson Palmer began his NFL career with high expectations as the first overall pick in the 2003 draft by the Cincinnati Bengals. He had been a standout at USC, and there was little reason to believe his success could not be replicated in the NFL. After a rookie year where Carson was able to develop and learn how to be a professional while not taking a single snap, he would enter his second NFL season as the starter. Palmer showed immense promise in his first year. Over 13 games, he would post a 6-7 record, throw for nearly 3,000 yards, and have 18 touchdowns and 18 interceptions. His second season as a starter would be even better than his first. He would lead the Bengals to the playoffs in 2005 and earn a Pro Bowl selection and put himself into the MVP conversation. However, his 2005 season would end with a severe knee injury in the playoffs.
As bad as it was to lose that game, I know, speaking for the rest of that team in that city, it was such an afterthought because it was just about Carson and how bad we felt for him.
2006 would see Palmer miraculously return from his knee injury and start every game, but the team regressed to an 8-8 record. Carson's Pro Bowl season was not enough to lead the team back to the playoffs. In fact, it would be another 3 seasons before he would have a return trip to the postseason. He would become the 5th fastest player to 100 passing touchdowns, throw for over 15,000 yards, but the team was further away from the Super Bowl picture than they were in 2005. After a 2008 season-ending elbow injury, things appeared to be headed in the wrong direction, and the Bengals star quarterback was quietly making the franchise aware of his discontent. A 2009 playoff appearance briefly subsided the growing frustrations, but it also saw a regression in their passing game. The team was now being led by their running game and defense, but all is well when games are won. A first-round playoff exit was not exactly something they hoped for, but it seemed like something they could build on. Or would they be able to?
I don't know.
2010 would see the Bengals go 4-12. Palmer matched his career high in interceptions, and he finally chose to let management know his true feelings. A frustrated Palmer demanded a trade.
The Bengals' latest happy camper, quarterback Carson Palmer, is giving the Bengals an ultimatum. Trade him or he'll retire. Owner Mike Brown is calling his bluff.
A source close to Carson Palmer says the quarterback claims he'll never step foot in Paul Brown Stadium again.
And this was not a bluff. In 2011, after sitting out the start of the season, Palmer was traded to the Oakland Raiders.
The Bengals are getting what could be 2 first-round draft picks. Here now, thanks to the Oakland Raiders. A picture of Carson Palmer signing what appears to be a contract this afternoon in Oakland. He is officially a Raider. He wanted nothing more of this place. We knew that back in January. What we didn't know was what it would take for Mike Brown to trade Palmer. Brown consistently has said, in fact as late as Sunday, he would not trade Palmer. But when the quarterback, desperate Oakland Raiders called and offered what they did, even Brown couldn't pass that up.
This move marked a new chapter, but it wasn't without its challenges. Palmer's time with the Raiders was a mixed bag. He showed glimpses of his former brilliance, but he struggled with consistency. In his 2 seasons in Oakland, he threw for nearly 7,000 yards, 35 touchdowns, but also had 30 interceptions. The team failed to make the playoffs, and by 2012, it was clear that a change was needed for both Palmer and the Raiders. In 2013, Palmer was traded to the Arizona Cardinals, a move that would eventually rejuvenate his career. Under the guidance of head coach Bruce Arians, Palmer found a system that suited his skills perfectly. Arians is famously known for his no-risk-it, no-biscuit style offense. This means deep passes, all the time. Palmer would lead the Cardinals to the playoffs in 2014 and had a career-best season in 2015. throwing for over 4,600 yards and 35 touchdowns. He would finish second in MVP voting, earn himself another Pro Bowl selection, and he would win the first playoff game of his career and earn himself an NFC Championship appearance. Palmer's time with the Cardinals solidified his legacy as a resilient and talented quarterback who overcame adversity to achieve success. Carson Palmer's story is a powerful example of perseverance, from his early promise with the Bengals to the challenges with the Raiders, and ultimate redemption with the Cardinals. This has been The Unlikely Success.